Nice one. October Red, I'm here, joined with first time guest actually. I've seen you fight, but Sam Maxwell, welcome. And I didn't even know that you were a Scouser.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit of a mix. I'm born in Hackney, East London, so moved to Liverpool when I was younger. But yeah, my accent's a bit weird. Scousers would say I'm not a Scouser, but then other people would say I'm a Scouser. So yeah, just a bit.
I'll tell you what.
Mumble jumble, yeah, bit mixed.
This fight then, talk to us a little bit about it, because I spoke to Dalton. He was saying that you was asking for this fight for about a year. Talk to us a little bit about the history between the two of you.
Yeah, so obviously when he turned professional, I've always kept an eye on him because I know we could end up fighting in the future. And got offered the fight about a year ago, but I also got offered the chance to box for the IBO, so I went that way and I had to vacate the British title then. So and then lost the fight, and then the Dalton fight come back around, which is brilliant. Couldn't wait for it. Bit the hand off. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, kind of. If you know what I mean.
You mentioned something there as well, that you've kind of like switched your camp around, because I watched when you fought in Birmingham. I can't remember your opponent's name. It slips my memory, but you fought in Birmingham on a Frank Warren show.
Yeah, I boxed Akeem, Ennis Brown there. I boxed Conor Parker there as well. Yeah, with Akeem, I was with Steve Mailer. With Conor Parker, I was with Danny Vaughan. So I've had a few changes, but I'm back to where I started in the amateurs now with Paul Edwards. And I'm really enjoying my boxing.
Talk to us about that change. I know it sounds like an obvious question, and I get really fidgety when fighters change their trainers, but you've gone back to your amateur coach. Why did you go back?
You know, you look back on things as well and you think, why didn't I start there? Why didn't I just... But at the time, Eddie was just starting off, and it didn't cross my mind to go with him. So when it came up recently, and I thought, yeah, this is the place, this is where I want to be. And as soon as I walked through the doors, all my pictures are still on the wall, my trophies are still up there. It's a good energy. I could feel it straight away. So I feel like I'm at the right place.
What happens then when you're with a coach and you think it's time to change? What's like a catalyst? What is it that makes you think, you know what, in order to grow, I've got to move?
I think it's just that, yeah, you feel like, am I going to get the best out of myself here? And you have to be honest to yourself, be truthful with yourself. And yeah, it's a big decision. There's a lot of stress, but I feel like the decisions I made is making me a better fighter, so it has to be made.
And we talk about making you a better fighter. What would you say that the improvements are, the noticeable ones, the ones that you've looked at and thought, actually, yeah, I can run with this?
Yeah, just more relaxed, more enjoying my boxing, more open to trying things, new styles, and I just really enjoying it. I can't wait. I'm going to show on Saturday night. That's what it comes down to. I think this fight's a 50-50 fight, and it comes down to who performs the best on the night, and I know it's going to be me.
I would say that you're a fighter that's got heart, and I've watched several of Dalton's fights as well, and he's a fighter that likes to break his opponents down bit by bit, working to those strengths. And it's a question I always ask all fighters: how are you going to make sure that fight remains yours? How are you going to gain control to make sure you win?
The mantra for my camp has been just stick to the plan. We've got a great plan in place. If I stick to that plan, I know I can win. But it's Dalton's job to try and get me out of the plan. So it's going to be with two top fighters, and yeah, I've got to stick to the plan. And I know with them tactics, I'm going to win the fight. But it's easy saying it, but yeah, getting in there, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Because it can all change on the night.
Yeah,
I mean,
one punch could change it. Yeah. One punch could change it. So it's just about staying as long as I can and then yeah, it's gonna work.
When you study your opponents, then, and I'm not asking to give away any game plans, but when you look at your opponents, what are the key things that you would look for that you can kind of manipulate? What is one of the first things that you look for? Because like I said, even though styles can change and things can be dynamic in the ring, you've all got habits.
Yeah, definitely. I've looked at Dalton. He's got fast hands. He's got great reactions. And his last few fights, he comes forward. So yeah, I can look at all his fights and see he does that. So we can capitalise on that and pick our spots from that, definitely. And it's just about me getting my advantages off, using that against him, if you know what I mean. But it's going to be an entertaining fight. I know it is. The vibe I'm getting from his camp, they're just going to come try and knock me out. He's wearing the Reyes gloves. He's going to come forward. He's just trying to keep talking about putting on a show, making a statement. They're coming to try and knock me out, and I think that's a massive mistake. They're underestimating everything about me, and that's a good thing, though, for me, anyway.
Tell you what, you've kind of sold it to me now. You know, when you're thinking, I don't know, I'm not too sure, but I like the kind of the vibe that you're coming with. It's not like survival mode, but it's sort of like I have to win.
Yeah, definitely. And I have to stick to these tactics, this plan I've got in my head, and we know what Dalton's going to bring and what he's going to try and bring. And there could be spots in a fight where my plan ain't working, but I've got to. I know in the long run this plan works, so stick to it. And it's just going to be big shots landed from both sides, and it's just about who deals with that the best.
How hard?
I've been there. I've been hurt in fights. I've hurt people in fights. I don't think Dalton's been hurt in any fights yet. So we'll see what he's like when he gets his chin checked. When I land a big shot, see how he deals with that.
How hard is it to be disciplined though? Like you said, sometimes you feel like the plan might not be working and things are going a little bit not left, but it's like the rounds are going on and it's like, why isn't this kicking in? How do you then manage to like stay with what your coach says and focus and still like believe in that plan?
Because it's what we've done the whole camp. So the spars have been like that. My coach would tell me, Sam, try this, stick to this, and it might not be going the way I want it to go in sparring. So I'm going back to corner. It's not working. He says, stick to the plan. It's going to come through, and eventually it does. As the guy goes on, it comes on. It works out. So we're just looking for that in the fight. If it's not going my way, it doesn't matter at the time, because sticking to that plan is going to get me the win.
And moving forward, I'm not telling you to overlook your opponent. You should never overlook him. I get it. It's going to be a barnstormer. But what do you want out of this? Yes, the win. But what's the pot at the end of the rainbow? What's that got in there for you? And I'm saying rainbow because of your stripes there.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's go.
We won't go there. Yeah, this in the amateurs, all the way through the amateurs, I say every fight is my gold medal. This is my gold medal fight, and so I'm just wholly focused on this. But look at the show, look at where we are. So I know beating Dalton puts me at the top with all the other names. So it's massive to win, but I'm just focused on beating Dalton on Saturday.
Enough said. Listen, weigh in tomorrow, fight Saturday night. We wish you all the best and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.